harder you try to be confident, the more anxious you become. You have noticed this. The moment you decide to project certainty, a second voice wakes up inside you, monitoring the performance, evaluating how it is landing, asking whether they can tell you are faking it. The trying creates the tension. The effort to appear calm produces the turbulence that makes calm impossible. You walked into the room determined to be at ease, and the determination itself was the thing that made you uneasy. You have been trying to force a feeling that only exists when it is not being forced, and the forcing has been failing for so long that you have started to believe the feeling is simply not available to you, that other people have access to something you do not, but they do not have access to anything different. They have simply stopped reaching for it, and the not reaching is what allowed it to arrive. You are chasing happiness the way you would chase a physical object, and happiness is not a physical object. It does not work like that. The more directly you pursue it, the more it recedes. You have tried everything. The gratitude journals, the positive affirmations, the optimization of circumstances, until your life looks exactly like the lives that are supposed to produce happiness, and you feel nothing. Or worse, you feel the specific emptiness of having done everything right and still ending up wrong. The prescription was followed. The happiness did not come. So either the prescription is broken or you are. You have decided you must be broken, but you are not broken. You are caught in a trap that was designed to catch you. The trap is the pursuit itself. There is something obscene about the happiness industry, and you have felt it without being able to name it. The books that promise fulfillment, the seminars that sell transformation, the endless optimization of self, as if you were a machine that could be tuned to produce a specific output. You have consumed this content. You have tried the techniques, and each technique has left you worse than before, not because the techniques are wrong, but because the very act of applying a technique to achieve happiness confirms at the deepest level that you do not have it. The trying is a declaration of lack, and the declaration of lack is what makes the lack real. You have been digging yourself deeper while believing you were climbing out. Schopenhauer saw this trap 2 centuries before the self-help industry turned it into a business model. He understood that desire is not a path to satisfaction. It is the obstacle to satisfaction. The moment you want something, you have created a gap between yourself and the thing. The gap is the suffering. Acquiring the thing does not close the gap permanently. It only opens a new gap, a new desire, a new distance between where you are and where you think you need to be. You are not unhappy because you have not achieved enough. You are unhappy because achievement is the wrong frame entirely. The game is rigged. The only way to win is to stop playing, and stopping feels like giving up, which is why almost no one does it. The backwards law states that the more you pursue a feeling directly, the more you achieve the opposite. Try to be happy and you become aware of how unhappy you are. Try to be confident and you become aware of your insecurity. Try to be present and you become aware of how much you live in your head. The trying is the problem. It creates a split, a self that is pursuing and a self that is being pursued. And the split is itself the suffering. The person who is genuinely happy is not trying to be happy. They are absorbed in something else, something that has nothing to do with their own emotional state, and the happiness arises as a byproduct of the absorption. It was never the goal. It cannot be the goal. The moment it becomes the goal, it disappears. This is why the people who seem most at ease are not the people who have optimized the hardest. They are often people who have given up the optimization entirely, who have stopped monitoring their internal states, who have stopped asking whether they are happy and started asking whether they are engaged, whether they are useful, whether they are doing something that matters regardless of how it makes them feel. The feeling follows the engagement. It does not precede it. You have been waiting to feel right before you act right. But the feeling comes from the acting. It cannot come first. It was never designed to come first. Schopenhauer was called a pessimist, but his pessimism was actually a kind of relief. If you stop expecting satisfaction to arrive through desire, you stop being tortured by desire's endless renewal. If you accept that the wanting is the suffering, you can begin to explore what exists when wanting stops. Not through suppression. Suppression is just another form of wanting to not want. Through exhaustion, through seeing so clearly that the game is unwinnable that you lose interest in playing. Through recognizing that the happiness you have been chasing is a mirage that retreats exactly as fast as you approach it. The backwards law applies beyond happiness. The more you try to impress people, the less impressive you become. The more you try to be interesting, the more boring you are. The more you grip tightly to a relationship, the more it slips away. The more you demand certainty, the more uncertain you feel. Life responds to grasping by withdrawing. It responds to letting go by offering. This is not mysticism. It is observation. Watch the people who seem to have what you want. They are not gripping. They are open-handed. They hold things loosely because they have learned that tight grips produce the very loss they fear. You have been working so hard at happiness that the work has become the obstacle. The effort has become the evidence of absence. The trying has become the trap. And the only way out is a kind of surrender that feels like failure, but is actually freedom. Stop trying to be happy. Do something that matters instead. Something that would be worth doing even if it made you miserable. Something that absorbs you so completely that the question of happiness becomes irrelevant. The happiness you have been chasing will not arrive through chasing. It will arrive, if it arrives, when you have forgotten you were looking for it. When you have finally stopped ruining it by wanting it so much.